Hey there. So today's 10-minute topic, I want to talk about forgiveness. Ugh. That is something was always a struggle for me. I was a grudge holder. I was like very like you do me wrong, you're dead to me. And I there are certain things, sure. There are certain things I think that are just too far, too much. For me, I'm not saying that I'm right, because it's going to go back to my whole thing about forgiveness in a second. There are definitely things that I don't feel I have the grace to forgive. But so we're talking like generally, okay? We're not talking about the most heinous, horrific, monstrous things people can do. Although I guess we should include that as well if we're going to really talk about the true essence of forgiveness. All right, let's go to it. Okay, let's talk about the real true essence of forgiveness. And that is, I've come to learn that the true essence and point of forgiveness is that you are not forgiving someone who's wronged you for them. The forgiveness isn't for them, even though it seems like it is. It sounds like it is. When you're saying, I forgive you, sounds like it's for them, right? Because I forgive you. But it's not. It's not for them. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is for your own inner peace and your mental health, man, big time. When you forgive somebody, you let go. When you truly forgive somebody for doing wrong to you, whatever the case may be, you are letting go of this toxic ball of anger and hurt and resentment and sadness. This it's just a toxic ball. Like it's black and it's like bleh, and it's sitting inside your chest. Like if you imagine this black smoldering ball of negativity just sitting right in the middle of your chest, um, that's what that's what it is. It's in your chest. It's not in theirs. They're not affected by your anger or hate or hurt because those are all inside you. So you're not hurting them. You understand? It's not affecting them. So you're wasting all of that space inside your heart, inside your chest, with these feelings that are unfelt by the person you're directing them towards. So you understand? Forgiveness is for yourself, for your own peace. So when you say, I forgive you for the hurt that you've caused, and now you're free, they're still, listen, they're still maybe a really garbage person. They may still be a horrible human being, but you're not holding on to them anymore. You've let them go. You've let them go. They can't hurt you anymore. They can't do it, right? So I think that's a huge thing. Now, am I am I an expert at it? Have I forgiven all the people who've done me wrong? There isn't a huge list. There really isn't. There aren't very many. There's a very small, I'm very fortunate that way. I totally admit that and realize that and know that. How fortunate I am to have such a small list of people who have done me wrong. Um, have I fully forgiven all of them? I would say probably not. Probably not. I'm working on it. Listen, I'm not coming here and talking to you as somebody who's got it all figured out. I'm somebody who's in the middle of figuring it out, of working on it. And I'm just sharing that journey with you in hopes that it helps you do the same thing. If you surpass me and you're able to forgive those who have wronged you better, faster, more so than I am, I applaud you. I think that's amazing. And so awesome for you. And that would make me like really happy to know that if you message me and you're like, hey, listen, I did it. And you know what? You're right. I feel amazing. And I'm still sitting here going, I'm still working on it. I am going to applaud the hell out of you for that. Yeah. So this is, another one of those things that I'm working on. And by the way, I think it's important to acknowledge and to realize that, we have hurt other people. I mean, my goodness, you'd have to be a saint. You'd have to be like Mother Teresa. I'm assuming she's never hurt. No, I'm sure she's hurt somebody in her young days before she was like Mother Teresa. Just a regular person, maybe just a bit better than everybody else. But that was probably a journey for her too, right? So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that every one of us have caused hurt to another person, whether intentionally or unintentionally. I can tell you, I have intentionally hurt people in my life, deliberately, knowingly. And, and I've had to like atone for that. I've had to, somehow make amends for that, whether to them or in my future self in being a better person. But yeah, absolutely. There's no question. I've accidentally hurt people. I've intentionally hurt people. And, I like to think karma has done its role, which is karma's not a bad thing. We know that karma's not bad. Karma is just the balance of the universe. So hopefully the things that I have done wrong and bad to other people, hopefully I've already paid for them. And the comeuppance is not up and coming. I don't know. But yes. So, and I think that's a good way really to like counter that whole thing when you're trying to forgive somebody who's hurt you or let you down or, any of that. Take a pause and look in the mirror and say, who have I hurt? Who have I, needed to apologize to or gotten forgiveness from? Sorry, guys, these topics are literally, I sit down, I hit record, and I just start talking. Your guess is as good as mine where it's going to go. I mean, I usually start off with the topic, but I don't really know what I'm going to say about it. Scary. Not really. This is recorded. I can just do it over. Anyhow, back to the point of forgiveness. We all need forgiveness and we all need to give forgiveness. And you do, as the person receiving forgiveness, like this is the other side of the coin. When you are forgiven, if you're at heart, if you're deep down a good person, that is incredibly gratifying. It's an amazing feeling. If you're a shit person, it's not going to matter one bit. But if you're the forgiver, don't worry about that. That's not your problem. That's not your problem at all, how they take or receive forgiveness. And by the way, you don't necessarily even have to tell the person if you're the forgiver. You don't even necessarily have to be like, hey, terrible person who did rotten things to me, I forgive you. It's okay. We're cool. You don't have to do that. You do that in your own heart, in your own peace of mind. And that's why, that kind of, I hope drives home the point even more that forgiveness is for yourself so that you can move forward. Again, is it easy? No. Is it instant? No, definitely not. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, years. Hopefully not years. Oh, don't waste years. Don't. I've done it. I am much better. Like there's a particular, like I'll give the for instance without giving details. There was a particular person in my life who I would say like of the people in my life deserved the forgiveness the least, which means for me, that's the person that I need to work on giving it to the most, because that's the one I hold the most anger and resentment towards. And again, it's not affecting that person. They don't feel it. They probably don't even know about it. And they don't care because they're just going about their day-to-day life. I'm the one with that toxic ball, that black smoldering ball of anger, hurt, resentment, blah, 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 sitting right in the middle of my chest, taking up space where there should be love and light and peace and joy. So you have to dislodge that thing, like just scoop it out and work on it every day. And every day, if this is something huge for you, if this is a really deep hurt that is obviously it's not going to go away just by saying, I forgive them. You every day, pick a time when you wake up in the morning, just before you go to bed, middle, whatever works for you. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. Take a moment and think, I forgive you. And you picture that person. And, or another idea just came to me. This is actually something I do in another area of my life when I'm trying to solve a problem. I will, just before I go to bed, I will write the problem out and stick it in the drawer in my nightstand, and I'll go to sleep. And as I'm going to sleep, I keep asking God, the universe, my dream state, whatever the case is. God for me could be something else for you if you don't believe in God. Asking for help in finding the solution to the problem. So in this particular example, you can ask God or the universe to help you find forgiveness for that person in your heart. That's the 10-minute topic of the day.